Alright, I had a few people ask me what do I use to record my desktop, and I actually use two different things. When I'm on GNOME 3, I use ffmpeg to record, and to do that, basically I recommend installing this repository, the medibuntu, and there's directions right here to install it, and mainly just to help you get some extra codices in case you run into any problems. Anyways, when you install that, open up your Synaptic or your Software Center and install winff. And this will help you encode some videos, and I'll show that in a moment. But anyways, so what ffmpeg does to record your desktop is like a little script. You know, it's using ffmpeg to capture the audio and video as it appears on your desktop. And there's a few different scripts that I have display, and pretty much, you know, you copy and paste this into a file, and when you do that, you right click on the file and you go to properties and you allow, you know, executing, and when you double click it, you run it in the terminal and it'll start recording. And the reason why I have two is mainly because this one will automatically capture the resolution of my desktop without having me to type it in, but this one actually separates the audio and the video, because sometimes when I record it always ends up out of sync or staticky, so I would much rather have it separated to begin with. So anyways, and the second one that I have excuse me, I have to manually type in my resolution, but this actually puts everything together, you know, audio and video. I rarely use this one, but sometimes I will. But anyways, and that's pretty much that on that. But what I usually mainly use is GTK Record My Desktop, which is this application over here. Let me start it up, and this is what I'm using right now. And in my settings, where it says advanced, where it says performance, I usually have it at 50, but on my laptop I'll have it like at 15, I think. Just go easy on it. This application is kind of CPU intensive. Like if you have a dual core, you should be okay, but if you have a single core, you know, it's kind of iffy. Anyways, for my sound, I just leave it at default. You know, frequencies default. Miscellaneous, I usually uncheck this little checkbox, and mainly that's because if I wanted to like drag and drop files, like to do this, right? If that was checked, I couldn't do that. But anyways, what else can I tell you about this? Let me cancel that out. Right here is the performance, like if you want to capture audio or video. Oh yeah, another thing I got to mention, in order to capture your voice, the first thing you got to do before you even start any of these programs, right, is to go to your sound menu over here, go to sound preferences, where it says input. Right now I'm using a webcam to capture my voice, but let's say you have a microphone, it should show up here. Then select that first, then click close, then go ahead and, you know, start recording. But let's say you want to switch between your microphone and your desktop, like if you want to record like a video game or something. Install the I don't know if I have it installed right now. Do I have it installed? Yeah, I do. Pulseaudio and volume control. I don't know if you can see this. You can see my voice right here, but you can also switch between different things like the desktop or whatever, and this should help you capture, you know, like programs. But anyways, when I'm done doing my screencast and I'm done recording, you know, I let it render out. And the thing about this, the ffmpeg I'm sorry, and GTK, once you're done with ffmpeg, it's ready to go pretty much. With GTK, you gotta sit there for a good 15 minutes or whatever and let it render to an OGV file, and even when it's done, you still gotta re-render it again. Excuse me. And to do that, that's where winff comes in. Let's see, is that what I showed you right now? Yeah, winff, that's right. Make sure I'm showing you the right things. So winff, start this. So if I were to upload this to YouTube just the way it is, it'll be all scrambled and green, it won't look right. So I have to convert it to what's compatible for YouTube. So what I do is I right click on this, go to properties, and because I have a lot of hardware and a lot of computers laying around, it's never the same for me, so I gotta always check what this is. So that's the video dimensions right here, the frame rate, the audio bit rate and stuff like that. So where it says frame rate, where it says 50, I just type 50. Right? Video size, that's 1680 by 1040, so that's 16 by 10, so 1680 by 1040. 40. Aspect ratio is 16 by 10. And if you don't know what the aspect ratio is of your dimensions right here, just look it up on Google. But it's usually, I think, it'd be 16 by 10, 16 by 9, or 4 by 3, which is standard, I believe. Audio settings, right here. Sample rate, it's going to be 22050. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm totally wrong. Got it backwards, sorry. It goes right here. And this is the bit rate, 89. And that's pretty much it, you're done. Just as long as you set it to AVI and set it to DivX widescreen, right? And when you render it, it's going to render into your home folder here. And just click convert. Oh, I have to add a file. Oh my god. I totally forgot. Now let's do it. There it goes. Anyways, when it's done, you know that's it. It's just done. You know, you can hit enter and it'll do a little playback for you. But once you have it all rendered out and there's no editing to do, just upload it to YouTube and you're done. But let's say you need to do some editing. I'll go over that in another video. For that, I use Kdenlive or OpenShot, and it's not as hard, but it's a little bit tricky to get stuff to work right. You know, with dimensions and resolutions and aspect ratios and stuff like that. But this is basically just a straightforward way to get stuff going, to get it up to YouTube with one shot, you know, with no editing. So anyways, that's it.